Let's dive into the conversation of the week, which is Bryce Young, in my estimation. Obviously, Carolina 0-2, and a lot of people don't expect them to improve very much. Andy Dalton, I'm sure, would push back. But that said, you saw Bryce Young come in, and we were talking about him at the draft, and now here we are 18 games into his career, and he's benched. Why do you think Bryce Young got benched? Lewis, how did we get here, do you think?
There's always, look, I talk about this so many times. Player acquisition and player development is like a tripod. There's like three phases to it, right? There's the scouting and evaluation phase, right? And then there's the valuation, putting a value on them and then selecting them. And then there's the development and implementation part. All three of those, you mess up one part of it, and it'll go awry. You mess up multiple parts of it, you set your franchise back. You mess up all three, and now you're looking at benching the number one overall pick and maybe sending him down the road and setting your franchise back for God knows how long. That's what it sounds like has happened with them. Okay? Bryce is a fantastic talent who was a fantastic college quarterback who you had to be honest, though, about where he won, how he won. And I'm not saying Alabama. I'm saying where he won in terms of on the football field, how he won, the kind of environment that he really excelled in, and how that was going to transfer to your place in particular. Because you're not scouting for the league. You're scouting for your specific place. And then you're looking at whether or not, especially when you're talking about the valuation and selection phase, okay, now you're talking about you're comparing him not in a vacuum, but you're comparing him to other people who are available too, that you'd be bringing into your situation, not everyone else's, your situation. And there was another guy who went right behind him, right behind him, who, if you listen to people who were inside that building, who they thought, this guy is a better fit for us. This guy can survive in the environment that we feel as though you need to put a quarterback in order to win. Primarily from the pocket. Yes, you need the ability to extend plays and create and throw the ball off of different platforms and be an ad-lib player. Yeah, but he can't live in that environment all the time, especially when he's like 5'10", 185, 190 pounds. You don't want him doing that. And then in development and implementation phase, all right, can we protect him? Do we have a strong run game? Do we have some players who around him who he can throw the football to? Do we have a coaching staff that's competent? Do we have an ownership structure that's going to allow those people to go ahead and develop that guy, assuming, number one, that you also listen to them and listen to your scouting department in selecting the guy in the first place? Okay, see where I'm going? All of this stuff, all of this got screwed up. All of it. And that's why then when you wind up looking at the guy who was drafted right behind him, who winds up having one of the best rookie quarterback seasons of all time, that being C.J. Stroud. And then you watch him on national TV absolutely just tear it up. You're sitting there going, damn. And if you're an owner who feels as though it's my team and I can do what I want, and there's a new coach who doesn't have the same amount invested in Brett. He wasn't even there when he was selected. He wasn't there. Now, Dan Morgan was there, the general manager of Carolina, but he wasn't calling the shots. When you have people who aren't invested in that individual who you drafted number one overall, it's very easy for you to go, you know what? It wasn't my guy in the first place. Sit him down.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.